Video game consoles have become a ubiquitous part of the modern entertainment landscape. They provide a platform for immersive, interactive experiences that have captured the imaginations of millions of people around the world. However, the history of video game consoles is relatively short, dating back only a few decades. Origins of video game consoles. The earliest examples of video game consoles can be traced back to the 1970s. One of the earliest of these was the Magnavox Odyssey, released in 1972. The Odyssey used cartridges to play different games, and players had to use overlays to add color to the black and white graphics. Despite being the first home video game console, the Odyssey did not sell well, and it was quickly surpassed by other systems. In 1977, the Atari 2600 was released, and it quickly became the most popular video game console of the time. The 2600 used cartridges that contained the games, and it had a wide range of titles available. The console was so successful that it spawned a new industry, with dozens of companies producing games for the system. The 1980s. The 1980s saw the release of several new video game consoles, including the Intellivision, ColecoVision, and the Atari 5200. However, it was the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, that had the most significant impact on the industry. The NES was released in 1985 and quickly became the most popular console of its time. It had a wide range of games available, including the iconic Super Mario Bros. The success of the NES led to a video game console boom in the late 1980s, with several new systems being released, including the Sega Master System, the Atari 7800, and the TURBOGRAFX-16. However, none of these systems were able to dethrone the NES as the most popular console. The 1990s. The 1990s saw the release of some of the most iconic video game consoles of all time. In 1991, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, was released, and it quickly became a direct competitor to the NES. The SNES had better graphics and sound capabilities than the NES, and it had a wider range of games available. In 1995, the Sony PlayStation was released, marking the first time a console was developed by a company that was not primarily a video game company. The PlayStation was a massive success, selling over 100 million units worldwide. It had a wide range of games available, including several popular franchises such as Final Fantasy and Metal Gear Solid. The late 1990s also saw the release of the Nintendo 64 and the Sega Dreamcast. While both consoles were critically acclaimed, neither was able to compete with the PlayStation in terms of sales. The 2000s. The 2000s saw the release of several new video game consoles, including the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, and the Nintendo GameCube. The PlayStation 2 was the most successful of these consoles, selling over 155 million units worldwide. It had a wide range of games available, including several iconic franchises such as Grand Theft Auto and Metal Gear Solid. The Xbox was developed by Microsoft and was the first video game console developed by a company primarily known for its software products. The console was a commercial success and had several popular games, including the Halo series. The Nintendo GameCube was released in 2001 and was the first console developed by Nintendo to use optical discs instead of cartridges.